1. Try pre-breakfast riding. When you get up in the morning, you're in a fasted state, having probably not eaten for 8 hours or more. Going for an early morning ride, pre-breakfast, will encourage your body to burn fat, particularly if you have a double espresso. This is a method that Team Sky riders have used in the past. The ride doesn't need to be long or intense, 30 minutes to an hour of steady riding, so this is ideal if you commute to work. However, the important thing with this strategy is that you follow the ride with a good, healthy breakfast, oatmeal or similar. Never skip breakfast totally. 2. Save energy bars and gels for racing and use natural products for training. Energy bars and gels are very dense in calories. This is how they should be, able to deliver very quick energy to your body when you most need it. However, in general, it's unlikely that you'll be using as many calories per hour in training as you would do in a race. So, why not try making yourself some natural products for training? Homemade flapjacks or mini jam or honey sandwiches will not only provide you with enough energy, but they also taste great as well. 3. Use electrolyte drinks instead of energy drinks. Energy drinks provide just that, energy. They're designed to give you carbohydrates with a high glycemic index, which means that they get into your muscles very quickly, plus electrolytes to replace the salts that you lose through sweat. If you're trying to lose weight, it's a good idea to replace your energy drink with an electrolyte drink, which has all the electrolytes you need but none of the calories. This is particularly relevant if you're not riding for more than 2 hours at a time. 4. Make a plan and stick to it. It's much easier to stick to something if it's planned in advance, and that applies to your training and your diet. Try to plan at least 1 week in advance, because remember, 5 1-hour rides a week will make you fitter and leaner than 1 5-hour ride at the weekend. When making a plan, it's important that it's achievable. Setting your sights too high will inevitably mean that you falter and then get fed up. In general, plans should progress gradually, either increasing the duration you ride at a certain intensity or the intensity at a certain duration. 5. Cut sugar from tea and coffee. When Bradley Wiggins lost a lot of weight in 2009, proceeding to finish 4th at the Tour de France, one of the things he changed was to cut sugar from his tea and coffee. It makes sense. If you have 4 cups of coffee or tea a day, that's 60 calories that you could be saving. Now, over the course of a year, that's an amazing 22,000 calories, equivalent to 9 days of food for the average man. 6. Remove high-calorie drinks from your diet. It's easy to forget about drinks when we think about diet, but certain drinks contain calories equivalent to an entire meal. For example, a Starbucks venti white chocolate mocha contains an incredible 580 calories, equivalent to 2 McDonald's cheeseburgers. We've already recommended taking sugar out of your tea and coffee, but it's also worth bearing in mind that milk and flavourings will normally contain a lot of calories too. Unfortunately, the same applies to alcoholic drinks. Alcohol is second only to fat in caloric density, with 7 calories per gram. So try to reduce your intake of alcohol, or opt for lower calorie drinks, such as Wiggo's favourite, vodka tonic. 7. Eat whilst riding to prevent a post-ride binge.
We've told you how to reduce your calories when training. Now we're going to tell you how to get enough.
If you've never blown up on a ride, then you're not a proper cyclist. It's happened to us all, running out of glycogen and feeling weak, dizzy, and like you could eat an entire warehouse of chocolate. The problem, apart from feeling so terrible, is that we often overeat when we get home or to the cafe because it takes too long for our brain to catch up with what's been ingested. To avoid this, make sure you eat and drink enough on your training rides to prevent a huge post-ride binge. 8. Increase the distance of your commute to work. Whilst having a routine can often be a good thing, sometimes it means that you don't progress. If you commute to work, why not try doing a longer route either going in or on your way home, once or twice a week. The extra kilometres might well reignite your weight loss, helping you achieve your goals. 9. Don't drop your calorie intake excessively.
It's very easy, especially on January the 1st, to try and cut everything bad from your diet in the attempt to be a perfect athlete. However, we know that's not going to last very long. And if you deprive yourself of every little treat, it's not going to be very long before you crack completely.
Whenever you start a diet, the reduction in calorie intake should be small, so that you can keep to it and still lose weight. 10. Reduce calories later in the evening.
The alternative to pre-breakfast riding is to stack your calories at the start of the day. It's a technique that many pro riders put to good effect.
The theory is fairly simple. Eat as much as you want for breakfast, as that's going to be your biggest meal of the day. Then eat a good, healthy lunch with less calories than your breakfast, and then a smaller dinner in the evening. Studies have been carried out to show the effectiveness of this strategy, which is based on the fact that you're more likely to burn off the calories that you consume at breakfast than those you consume in the evening, which often sit in your stomach. If you adhere to even some of these principles, you'd be well on your way to losing weight. For more videos like this, subscribe to GCN.
Now what we're going to do. So now we're ready to make the 2 knots. So starting at one end of the inner tube, just put a simple knot in it